And Zanetta, I know you spoke at a breakfast this week. Tell us, what was your message to the delegates?
My message was the heart of the matter, right? The heart of the matter is that this is an important time in history, and it's an important time. We have to really talk about protecting our freedom and our democracy, right? When we're talking about who's running against Kamala Harris, right? That's how I like to frame it. We have to protect our country. We have to protect our rights, especially as women, right? And especially as we're thinking about things that are important to me, right? Around gun violence and gun reform and protecting our kids. And so for me, it is personal. That was my message to the New York State Democratic Committee 2 days ago. And, we have to make sure that Kamala gets into this office because it's personal. It is personal because she believes in what I believe in. It's personal because after 5/14, she came to Buffalo not once, but twice. And she sat with my son and she hugged my baby and she held his hand and she sat there and she listened to him. And that's the type of person that I want running my country. And that was my message to them. And that's going to continue to be my message.
Interesting. A few weeks ago, we saw a very enthused Republican National Convention, and now the Democrats have really matched that energy. You both are in the arena. Mitch, what is the mood and what seems to be hitting home with the party faithful?
So the word that many of us have been using is electrifying. The momentum is something that you only experience once in a lifetime. And it's almost reminiscent of 2008 when Obama was our nominee, because it really, this candidacy not only just represents what the difference is between Democrats and Republicans, it's unifying everybody under a very large Democratic Big Tent party. And we're the party of ideas and bringing people together. When you're talking about LGBTQ rights, the environment, women's rights, infrastructure projects, clean energy, clean water, you name it, Democrats are talking about it. And so this is something that I've explained to others as a feeling of only once in a lifetime that I'll be able to experience this. And Democrats are motivated more than ever. And the fact of the matter is we know that when Democrats come out to vote, we win. And so now I know that thousands of delegates after this convention are going to go back into areas that they represent and that they belong to, and they will be turning out votes in massive numbers. And I'm feeling very confident in a victory this November to elect the first female and the first Black woman to the President of the United States.
Zanetta, we've heard from the current president, we've heard from former presidents and former first ladies. What was the main takeaway for you?
It was, I really have to double down on what my colleague said. It is about unification, right? We have to unify this party. I think that people understand that we have a common goal, right? That is, to get Kamala into the White House. Oprah said it, Michelle Obama said it. We're not all going to agree, right? Those were the words coming out of, the United Center yesterday and the day before. We're not all going to agree, but we all can agree on a couple things. And that is that we have to protect our freedom. We have to protect our democracy, and we have to do it together, right? We can sit down at those tables and we can, go into the war rooms and we can have those conversations and talk about our disagreements. But in the end, Donald Trump is not the person that's going to be in that White House thinking about Zaire Goodman on the east side of Buffalo, right? But Kamala is. And that's been the message, and that's the message that I want to continue to carry forward.
And finally, it's no secret that this is a country that is divided politically. What do you want to hear from Kamala Harris this evening, Mitch? And then Zanetta, if you can tell us as well.
I think that mine is the roadmap to success. I think that tonight is the moment where the vice president will lay out to the country where she's going, where we are, but more importantly, where she's going to take us together and to see what this country can look like and what we can accomplish together. So I'm really looking forward to a roadmap of the future that she'll be delivering tonight.
Yeah. Absolutely. I 100% agree. That was the first thing I thought about when you said that. It's the future. I want to hear about what is the plan for the future. What does my son's future look like in this country? That's what I want to hear about, point blank, period.
Mitch Nowakowski, Zanetta Everhart, thank you so much for joining us on the 530. We appreciate it. We know that when you get back home, there's a lot of work to do.
Yes, it is. Thank you,
Thanks for
Claudine.
having us.
Thank you for joining us.